so cold, sleep is nice, so tired, my eyes fight. They just wanna close back up tight. Get up, hoodie on, hard work at the crack of dawn. This life ain't for the weak ones, no, this life pure only for the strong. Feeling slow, shake it off, don't got time for negative thoughts. Red sight, got the dot, shoot my shot, I want the top. Never lost, got my plot, know my story, I know my boss. I will fight against the clock, time's a limited gift from God. One day I will have my victory, crush all my enemies so viciously. Work so hard my hands are blistering, and they will carve my name in history.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to MK Headlines episode 80. I'm here with my co-hosts, Further AM, Next Shift Randy, and Tom Sakes will be here shortly. But we got to talk about some sad news, guys. We got to talk about some sad news. On Sunday afternoon, we lost a very good friend of ours in the Hardcore Sports Network named Jeffrey Turner. Now, prayers to Jeffrey Turner and his family. I still don't know what the cause is. I still don't have any details, but just prayers up in the chat throughout the whole thing. That's all we could ask for at this time. And AM, you got anything to say, bro?
No, man, Jeffrey Turner was a great guy, and prayers out to him and his family. I hope nothing but the best for him. I hope that it's not true, and hope we hear good news, but we don't know what's going on. We haven't heard from him in 2 days, and it's not looking good. And I just hope everyone of his friends and family that know him and loved him are all by their side right now, because Jeffrey was a great guy and he was always by our side. And I just hope that everyone's going to join and be by his now, because he was a great guy.
Yeah, but
always remembered.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, guys. It's going to be very tough to swallow. But we're all family here at Hardcore Sports Network and even All-Star Sports Network. We just want everyone to be there, just keep your prayers up. And the Phillies are against the Mets tonight. So I don't know who I want to win, honestly. So there's that. But appreciate that, Positive Philly. Appreciate that so much, man. Hopefully you're doing well. DM me, man, on Snap. You and I will talk. DM
How you doing, Positive?
Yeah, Grega, no Mets, no Nets, no Jets. Raphael.
How you doing, man?
Raph, how you feeling, bro? How you feeling, Raph?
Hope you're doing well, Raph.
Yeah, Raph, we really want you to feel well. And here comes a co-host that I love like a brother. What up, bro? What up, Next Shift? Or you need a minute? If you need a minute, it's all good, bro. It's all good. But, yeah. It's still a tough one to swallow. Guys, I was at work. As soon as I got home, my phone was blowing up all day. People asking me questions like, where can I donate? What is up, Rob? What up, Blake? What up? So
yeah, we're hoping nothing but the best. That's what we're hoping. Who cares?
I saw the link. I'm doing good. I saw the link. I saw the link that Further sent me, so I might as well say click it. So how everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing
better, man. We're doing better.
We've had better days.
We had better days, man.
Yeah, because I saw what y'all was posting. I thought to myself, that can't be true, right?
So Earl got a call from one of his good friends, who's also friends with Jeffrey's family. So he told Earl what happened. Earl called me, and then I just went on a rampage. I called pretty much everybody, and Cool Cat. You can DM me your number. So if you want to stay in contact, that's fine as well.
No problem. Yeah. I got you. I just want to know how.
We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know.
Still don't know.
We want to know, man. We're all hoping nothing bad happened.
Are you sure?
He's
Are
not
you sure
returning
this is
anybody's calls.
actually?
He's not
This is
returning
real.
anybody's texts or anything like that. Like he's not even responding back to us on anything. So we're completely left in the dark to assume that at worst, yeah, he died. He's gone.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the
Yeah,
worst.
man, I texted him twice even, and he didn't respond.
Did you contact any family members?
That's the
I don't
thing.
have
We
any
don't know.
contact. I'm trying.
Yeah,
Like,
well, we don't know a lot of people that knew him personally like that. Like we're trying desperately. Like I've actually messaged some people that I thought that might potentially know him, and they were just floored that they didn't even know that this situation had happened. So, like we're all just left in the dark, basically holding the lighter, hoping that maybe somebody will come out with some information.
I hope so, because I want to. Like a world without Jeff. It's like you're taking basketball and Giants away from us. Come on now.
Yeah.
He was the most go-getter live streamer I've ever seen in my life. That guy and he loved it. He didn't want any but just be live all the time and just talk sports. He just had so much fun. Like I've never seen someone just enjoy it so much. He was passionate. How you doing?
What up, Tom?
What's going on, guys? My bad. I was at the gym. I missed track of it last week too. So my fault for missing that.
No. It's all good, man. It's all good.
It's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah. And Tom been going at it on Twitter, man. Salute to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it came to the point where me and Simone had to tell everybody, take it easy with these street mats, man. Go check out Birds of Broad Street, because it's like Moan is on Twitter as well, me on Twitter, all of us is on Twitter. And just while I'm scrolling down to check out some video games and see what everybody talk about when it comes to the Eagles, bam, an argument with the Cowboys, street rat, little boys. And I'm like, dude, you got to pay. This is some of the topics we talked about on the Birds of Broad Street. Me, Notion, Trey, BG, Simone. Notion Gang is out working. Trey is with the kids. Moan is me, Moan, and BG right now. So the whole crew should be back together before the season starts. So salute to everybody. But we had King DV, and we had Smitty. We was talking about how it's like who starts all this beef on Twitter. It's like you got a Cowboy fan posting, then Eagle fans are talking. Us Eagle fans are talking, then the Cowboy fans are like, y'all got the Patriots week 1. Find the Patriot fans, why don't y'all?
No, I hear you. The rivalry never stops, man. No.
I know. But if it's me, I'm finding a Patriot fan and say, hey, you want to talk? Yeah. Let's talk about each other's team before September 10th.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about anybody.
I know you ain't. I'm just saying. I see it on Twitter a lot.
Hey, listen, I'm not worried about no teams, but I'll tell you what, Dallas is a bigger threat than the Patriots are in my
That is true.
Let me tell you, Tom has a $20,000 bounty when you go down to Dallas.
I know. Salute to Tom. How do you survive all this, Tom?
Tom's face said
I see Tom on Twitter. Salute to you, man. How do you survive all this?
I know. I mean, hey, first
from Boss to Cole to Rome to J-Chuck.
Hey,
I know how he does it. It's 3 simple rules: duck, dodge, and what?
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Come
fly,
on.
Eagles,
there
fly.
You go. There you go.
I was waiting for someone to say it.
If you guys followed me back, I mean, I don't know when all those other Cowboys guys came to the picture, but back in 2016, when the Eagles picked Carson Wentz and the Cowboys picked Dak Prescott, I'd go at it with a specific Cowboys fan who is now a big-time Dak hater, actually, and nobody in Cowboys Twitter likes him anymore. But he was like the main guy that really went at it with me. And now, since Dak hasn't done anything, he's been like, well, listen, like, what are we going to do? This guy keeps flopping in the playoffs, and now everyone's turned against him. So it's like their whole thing is that, Dak Prescott is, the best quarterback in the division and whatever. And they can think that, but I just saw our guy do pretty darn good. So I'm pretty confident in our guy, and I'll take him. He's younger. He seems like he's more dynamic. So that's all I'm saying. And that seems to bother him. And, their guy's about to turn 30 and hasn't really been anything more than what Romo was. Good quarterback that doesn't get it done. So I mean, I'm not saying 30's old, but clock's not going backwards. So.
Yep. Oh, and before I let you go, Mitch, salute to everybody that subscribed to me. We're one more subscriber away from 2,000.
Wait,
No
so
way.
you're at 1,999?
Exactly.
Just give him the one sub, please.
Somebody.
Watching out there.
Yeah, but salute to everybody that subscribes to me, supports the vision of Cool Cat Mitch, supports the vision of Birds of Broad Street, and supports my vision of just being me, the most entertaining Eagles content creator in the game. Thanks to Mitch for giving me that nickname, by the way.
Yep, I got you, man. I got you.
Yep.
Justin Herbert should be benched for Max.
Oh,
Duggan.
what?
That's ridiculous.
It's Juice. Are you surprised? It's fucking
Someone
Juice.
give him the one sub. I put the link in the chat. Somebody get him over the hump. Come on, man.
It would be nice. It would be
Congratulations.
nice.
He's been a sub already. Well, there you go. Just one more, please. God
Thank
damn
you,
it.
Rich. We're so
I
close.
know.
There you go.
There
You
you go,
got
you
it.
got
There you go, Blake.
Salute. Thank
Congratulations.
y'all. I really appreciate it, y'all. Salute to y'all, man.
Hey, now you're on the same boat as me. Road to 3K. The movement is real. There you go.
Now, if I steal that line, you better not blame me.
No, I won't. I won't. I
Yep.
won't.
So what y'all talk about before I popped in and just ruined the whole show? What y'all talking
We
about?
were just talking about Jeff, man. We were just
Yeah.
talking about Jeff and how much he means to everybody, bro. And I know,
Yeah.
Tom, you only had one conversation with him on the stream, so I know you don't know much about that, about Jeff.
What
So,
happened? What happened?
Jeff
Oh,
died. We
He
were
passed away
assuming
a couple days ago.
That's what they say, but we don't know.
Yeah,
That's
see,
what
like
I'm going by still too. I'm hoping.
Yeah,
nothing
we're
but
going
that.
by that we haven't heard from him.
it's pretty grainy, Tom, because what had happened was Jeff had been dealing with I believe it was allergies or something like that, and he was trying to just kind of get over it, and then I believe he got sick because of it. And I don't want to sit here and speculate, and I don't know exactly what all has happened, but somebody called Earl, who's close to Jeff as well, and said that he's a friend of the family, and that he had gotten word that Jeff's mom called for a welfare check because she hadn't heard from Jeff in a couple days, and that when the cops went to arrive to do a welfare check, he was found deceased.
And then Earl called me, and when Nick Nurse gets hired, obviously one of the biggest days of my life. And yeah, I called everybody pretty much, and it just like went out. So,
Yeah, I talked to him Friday, and then I talked to him Saturday, and then we don't know what happened, but he never showed up to anybody's live on Sunday, and then yesterday we found out that he was gone. So, and
Yeah, because that was weird. I watched. I'm sorry, Randy. I saw the Night of Champions live stream, and was Jeff there?
Night
He
of
was there on
Champions,
Saturday,
he was
but not
there on
Sunday.
Saturday afternoon. Yes.
Yeah,
he
because
was there
Battleground was NXT Battleground, and I think Double or Nothing was that live too.
Yeah,
And
Double
his
or Nothing.
channel
So
was
here's the
part of
thing,
it. He
right
didn't
before
show,
Double or
right?
Nothing.
I was
Maybe.
texting him. I was texting him on Friday and Saturday, and I was like, I sent him a picture of my pot pie that I made, and I was like, "Yo, check this out." I'm like, "Check this out, bro." I'm like, "Your boy's putting in work all over the place, even in the kitchen." And then I said, "By the way, how do you feel, man? Or is it getting any better?" And then he responded, not right away, but later on in the evening, he says, "That looks pretty good, bro. And it's about the same health wise. Actually, my body is starting to reject everything, and I'm not responding well." And then I responded right back with, "Holy shit, dude, can you please go see a doctor or go to the hospital or even just the emerge and find out what's going on so that, we can, get to the bottom of what's wrong with you." And then I never got a response from that. And then on Saturday, right after the game, when they announced that there was going to be a game 7 on Monday, I texted him. I was like, "Dude, I know you're not feeling good. Just give me a heads up on how you feeling. Would you be open to doing the Heat Celtics game 7? And then never got nothing after that. And then I just, like I said yesterday, got word that.
And then on Double or Nothing, I think it was Sunday, right? It was Sunday. And I texted him at 8:02 p.m. Eastern. And I was like, "Yo, how you feeling? Come hop on the stream. Where are you?" And I haven't got anything since.
Yeah, same. And I called him yesterday 4 times, and all 4 times it rang about 5 or 6 times and went to voicemail. and I left voicemails, and then I texted him about 8 times, and no responses to that either.
He never misses a live stream. When he
No.
says he's going to do something, he always shows up. So that shocks me the most.
So the first thing this is the guy that was a Giants fan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember. He's a really good guy, and you know what really makes me happy to hear just any like these stories. It's a sad story in general, but makes me happy to hear that a lot of people were reaching out to him, and it's just people that he knew from the internet, and that's really crazy that you can come in and do some sports streams, and it really brings people together to the point where they're checking on how you are. Like Randy, you hitting him up from Canada, sending him something you made for dinner, like just being a friend. That's really
honestly, bro. I'm like that with everybody. Like I hit Mitch up. I text Mitch. I try to get it further on Facebook because he doesn't want the texting thing. He doesn't do that, which is totally fine. I get it.
I can't. I don't have international. I don't. Have,
and like I said, I totally get that, man. It's totally fine. But
I have to pay every time.
That's the person. That's the type of person I am, man. Like I'll keep it real. 5 months ago, I was in a dark place where I thought about doing some things to myself that probably wouldn't have me on this earth right now. And like, it's hard, and I'm going to get emotional through this. So just bear with me. But Jeff talked me out of it. Jeff was there. He was the guy. He had my back. And I am forever grateful to that man. And I will do whatever it takes with my power and my platform to never let that man ever be forgotten, because he will forever be in my heart. So he wasn't just a friend, he was a brother to me, and I'll never forget him.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate you sharing that. That's
awesome. Me and Jeff had some battles too, as well as, Giant fan, Eagle fan. We brought him in to Kook. We had him on Cool Cat Mitch multiple times. We had him on. I was with Mitch when we had the division round live stream. When you had your calling show,
right?
Yep.
I was at that was a great stream.
Yeah, and I was at the link.
Stream.
Yep, and I was at the link. Yep.
Tom popped in.
Yeah, that's when I met Tom for the first time at the link. So salute to you, Tom. Yeah, I was at the link. I met Tom. I saw the 4th and John crew. It was an awesome tailgate. I was there to just tailgate. Because I couldn't, it was a playoff game, so I couldn't really buy a ticket.
That was the Giants game, right?
Yeah, that was the Giants game. Yep.
Tailgate was unreal.
Yes, it was.
Ended up
that looked fucking spicy, dude.
Yep, and spicy. I was on Mitch's live stream calling show. Jeff, what man? Right or wrong, Mitch, he was like, man, you better take us out. You better take us out. And
wait, is this the guy that had Dak Prescott higher than Jalen Hurts on his list? And he just said this.
Hey, we got to have each other's back.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. But
since on the Birds of Broad Street, we had Cole in. Moving on, we had Cole on the show to break down. We break down his list, and man, when I say Moan went off on them lists, I'm glad we got her on the Birds of Broad Street. I'm just gonna say it right now. She went off on them lists. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's her Twitter? I don't know who you're talking about.
Simone.
I'll tag you.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, Tom.
Send it to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Tom.
Send me the link to that show, because you always reference it when you're on here, and I never end up finding it or whatever. So I guess I'm just kind of busy in general.
Isn't it on right after this show, right?
No, it was on yesterday.
It's on Mondays every night at 7:45.
Oh,
it's 7:45 because we really gotta make sure everybody is in, because sometimes they're late. But yeah, it's 7:35. I'll send you the link of. I already got the link. I was about to post it. Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, so you can subscribe to the channel and you can watch, because, man, outside of Cool Cat Mitch, that show, we had a bunch of people on the show multiple times. It's, man.
Yeah, you got to send me the link for sure. And then just if, I don't know if when you guys stream, if your handles are all in there, because I want to follow everybody from it. So just send me the handles or whatever.
No problem. I'll send you the I'll send you. Actually, I think you're followed to the Birds of Broad Street channel. I'll Twitch. I got you, Tom. Don't worry about it. I'm all over the place.
I have a real big feeling, Tom, that you're gonna be a huge fan of Notion Gang. I fucking love that guy. I love his swag. I love everything about him. I love his demeanor. I love like how he's like able to be smooth like butter, but be hard as a fucking rock while he's doing it too. So no, I love that guy too. He's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
me, Notion Gang. I'll tell you how it started. It started with a vision, of course. It was me, Notion, and Bird 31 in 2021 in August. Then I think right after the Detroit Lions, in between the Detroit Lions game, we brought in one Trey Rock, and then we just, went on from there. And then this year, that's when we brought in Simone the Sports. We had her a couple of times. We figured, change the logo, change the intro, change everything up, and now Simone with Sports is in. So now it's the five of us. We bring guests like Mitch. We got Street Rats, Jersey Giants, soon to be no-name Washington Commanders away. We have Will Brunson, Philly 500. We're trying to get Philly Mike in. We had Philly Fresh. We had lots of people on the Birds of Broad. We had Mitch.
Yeah, you said me.
There we go. I haven't seen, you haven't had Tom Steaks yet, though. So.
You're next, Tom. You're next. JC, we had JC, we had King DV, we had Moochie, we had lots of people on the show. You're next, Tom. I'm trying to get you in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get around and get on some people's podcasts. I interact.
Well, you're next. We'll probably add you in next week.
I get quote tweeted all the time.
As a matter of fact, do you want to come over next week? This Monday?
Yeah, I'll come on it next week for sure.
Then you're in. There you go.
I love
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I interact with a lot of these streamers and stuff, but I've never been on their shows or nothing.
You're gonna love this one. Trust and believe. You're gonna love this one
for sure. But just trying to do appearances here and there because I'm having trouble keeping up with freaking the streams I have. I missed my own show last week. Like, didn't have it because I was just busy. So work's really been tough. So if I do, not respond and not jump on, just know that I'm not doing it on purpose or anything. It just is.
Oh no, we didn't.
No, I understand. Yeah, no problem.
No, I'll get on. I got you on Monday for sure. I'll just let you know.
No problem. There you go. There's the announcement. Tom will be on the Birds of Broad Street.
Yeah. That show's awesome too. I love hearing y'all out. I always sit there to eat my dinner and watch your show.
Respect, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my guy.
Appreciate you guys.
It would be really helpful if y'all subscribe to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel. It would really help us out. We stay. I think we're at 71.
Just because of halftime, I gotta play it.
This is Cool Cat Connor. I'm supposed to be working, but I'm here instead. Let's go. It's Jalen freaking Hurts.
Halftime!
Y'all kill me, man.
I'm trying to promote the Birds of Broad Street for crying out loud. Dang!
I do like how you're always rocking out at work. That's just dedication.
Hey, as long as it's all about this right here.
Exactly.
It don't matter if I'm working or not. It's all about this right here.
Coles,
hey, I shoot my videos in the janitor's closet at work when I'm at work when I do my shorts. That's why sometimes you might hear stuff in the background or whatnot. And I'm always trying to be super quiet. And then all of a sudden I'll hear my name paged on the radio, and then I'll just like come out of this closet out of nowhere and literally scare a bunch of nurses. And I'm like, oh, I was just looking for a screwdriver. I couldn't find one.
Right.
They're like, that's the mop closet. And I'm like, oh, right, the mop closet. Gotcha.
Yeah, halftime I'm always at work because I'm always at work halftime. I mean, these tickets for these games right here ain't cheap.
Exactly.
They ain't cheap. I mean, I just saw the Cowboys game at the link. There's like $341 for a ticket for that.
Yeah, it's rough.
My God.
I can give a quick update on ticket prices. I check them literally every day. So whatever game you want to know, I can tell you the lowest price to get into the stadium.
Thank goodness, because the only two games I'm going to right now is the Minnesota Vikings one, and I already got my ticket for the 49ers. The Cowboys one is up and down because that's woo!
Yeah, Cowboys after fees is going to be just to get in the building around 300 or close to 300. Just to
that's what I pay every time I go Cowboys game is 300.
Just to sit in the stadium. It's 3.
Yeah, just
That's
sit.
fact.
I'm not sitting close. I'll tell you that much.
That's right. Yo, Tone, if you're available, pop on in. If you're available, I'll send you the link. If you're
Yeah.
available. But hey, let's talk about our birds. AM, wasn't there something you wanted to bring up? You were telling me about the offensive line or something?
Oh no! But we're gonna show off the pictures and OTAs here because they got some pictures they released on Twitter.
Yeah, yep.
We got Jordan Davis
Look
here.
at him. Look at him.
Good.
Look how lean he looks.
I know he looks like a monster, doesn't he? That's
Wait.
Jordan
Who's
Davis.
that? Who is this?
That's
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis.
Davis? That's Davis
That's
right there?
Davis.
Look at his legs, dude.
Look at my
That guy. I don't
Look
want
at
that
his
guy
gut.
coming
He
after
doesn't even
me.
have a gun anymore. Like when he first came, he had a belly.
Yeah,
It's like that's gone.
He's cut, dude. He looks good. He's been working out.
This is the start of OTAs. Y'all in trouble.
Yeah,
Look at that lean though. Like look at the pressure he's putting on that leg and the power that he's got. Like
All right, Tone, I'll send it to your
Holy
Twitter. I'll send it to your Twitter right now.
there's like muscles where I didn't even think there were muscles.
I need to hear.
Dude, I'm a runner and I've never seen muscles like that before. Like, holy shit!
I know. Randy used to play D tackle in high school. I don't know about college, but I just want to. I love how you describe the power, the pressure he's putting on the leg, and the power he's driving off it. I know you
Right?
you could probably like tell us more about that just from like playing the position, even at a lower level. You probably still know the basics. Like, I don't need all the crazy details, but give me a little breakdown of like what you see special out of this D tackle right here.
Well, it was actually kind of crazy because when I played, God rest his soul, my father, rest in peace as well. He used to put 20-pound sandbags on my shoulders and get me to squat down into the squat position. Now I couldn't get full down with my hand because the bags would fall forward, but I'd get down like that and he would just have me go blow a whistle and I just lunge and I just power up. Like I'll take pictures of my legs one day and show you them. Like I have thick fucking legs because like constant all the time. Like I remember going to the gym and like we'd work out or whatever, and people be doing all the arm presses and all that stuff, and I'm just sitting there doing dead legs, doing like 600-700 pound dead leg presses, and like no problem whatsoever. Because like I said, I was a 500-pound boy in high school. I was a big motherfucker.
That's all what it's about, right?
What I see there, is the lack of weight now, so the explosion becomes more powerful, and the ability, like what I see is his lead foot and like the ability for that lead foot to probably lunge a little bit more because he's not having that much restriction. So
right. Yeah, it's like
I want to see tape. That's what I want to see.
It's like taking the sandbags off the shoulders. You know, you do it with sandbags a couple times. It's like, oh man, that's tough, and then you take them off, and you're like, boom, right out of that stance. You know what I mean?
I'd fall over sometimes without the sandbags. I had to kind of like get my launch under control. It was crazy. And then like of course all this stuff was done just by myself, like on the off season. It wasn't like a coach was there or anything else like that. It was just mom and dad's garage. I used to try to I used to try to bench press rear ends because my dad was a race car driver, so there'd be like complete rear end with the axle sitting there, and I just get underneath them and I'd just be sitting there going 1, 2, 3, like, and my dad would come in and be like, dude, that's my rear end. I don't need you messing with that shit. So you take so I wasn't using normal weights. It was all just like what was around me and whatnot. But what like I said, what I see in that picture, I want to see that on video though, because then I want to see that speed. I want to see how quick he is now.
It even looks like he's got a little bend in that picture.
Yeah,
it looks like he's got more flexibility. Look at that.
Yep.
I mean, that's that movement for Jordan Davis. I mean, he's supposed to be a big like clog the lane kind of guy. This looks like you could see a little pass rush out of him, judging from that athleticism. So I'm excited.
23, 300.
That's a big man.
6'6".
Yeah,
335 pounds. That's 6'6".
That's not 335 anymore.
Legs like that, like
anymore.
Explosion, dude. I wouldn't want anyone over 300 coming at me, but this guy in particular.
I don't think he's 335 anymore. I think he's probably got down to like a 320 maybe, or maybe 322. Yeah, but I love that for him because like Tom just mentioned, it goes from a clogger to like now we got ourselves a full-blown attack machine now along with Jalen Carter and whatever else is there to begin with as well. So it's wow, I love this.
We're getting to that. We're gonna move on down to the next picture, actually.
Nope.
So right
Oh
here,
my God!
this is Milton
Williams.
Milton Williams.
That's right. And then the next one is over to the right is Josh Sills, which we got him as an undrafted free agent. Now he's a little pudgy to me, but he's I assume gonna play guard. It says he's played left and right tackle in his career, but I'm assuming he's going to probably a backup for a guard because we're really low on guards right now. And this is why I wanted to get Tom, Randy, Mitch, and Cool Cat. Now, I know Hopkins is a big commodity right now on the market, but if you look at our roster, we're really bad shape on guards still, left and right.
Yeah, I think they have a bunch of offensive linemen they're going to work in. They might end up picking someone up, but Sills was on the team last year. He was just on the practice squad, and he had a really odd case going against him. There was like a rape charge that was surfacing. So I don't even know if he's going to make the team.
Yeah, hey, as long as I got Stoughton University on my team, I think we're going to be all right with the offensive line.
What about Tyler Steen? No one's mentioned Tyler Steen.
Tyler Steen's awesome. That's the
I know.
Yeah.
He's going to be a huge.
Welcome to Stoughton University.
25 blocking takedowns. 25 in one season.
Yeah, he's gonna be good for us. Who's next? This is the D line. Supposed to be focused on the D line, though, right? This whole reel of picks.
And
oh no! I was just looking at the pictures. We're just looking at pictures. I mean, the next one here is just like Jalen Carter.
Yeah, they're all D linemen.
Carter.
So yeah, this guy's going to be a monster. I think Kentavious Street was like in here too, right? You get that one?
I forgot.
No, I did not. No, I don't have a picture. The next one's Fletcher Cox.
Okay.
And then we do have Nakobe Dean.
No, Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith.
That's Nolan Smith.
That's Nolan Smith.
Oh, Nolan.
Nolan Smith.
Oh, really? I got a picture on this article. It said it was Nakobe Dean.
No, that's Smith. He's wearing the 3 this year.
Okay, all right. Well, I got wrong intel.
You're good, man. All good. All good.
You're good.
Yeah, because it said it was Nolan's. That's odd. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Very odd.
Does anybody know? Sorry to interrupt, or maybe even potentially throw this off topic a little bit, but I saw yesterday that the Eagles were working out DJ Flunker. Is that still happening, or what happened?
Yeah, that was like the big news over the weekend. See, that's a guy that if you sign him now, all of a sudden you look kind of deep on the offensive line.
Right.
Him as one of your tackles. You got Steen. You got Jack Driscoll, who's been around for several years, which it matters. He's proven to be a capable backup. Not great. Playing for Lane was not good, but he can get in there at guard better than I think tackle. But I think if we sign, I think that's what they're really in the mix for, is a tackle, because then you can play Driscoll and Steen. They're kind of like guys that your backups have to be versatile on the offensive line. You have to be able to play both positions. So that it hurt us that Dillard could only play left tackle. Like, that was a problem for us. So I think if they get Fluker, they expect him to be the left and the right tackle as the first backup off the bench. And then you have Steen and Driscoll, who can play like kind of guard or tackle. So, and then you have Cam Jurgens, obviously, who's not just going to be handed the right guard spot. I think he's going to have to try to earn it. And Steen could very well beat him out for that. If they like him more, that guy's a mammoth.
Yeah. I mean, we're just talking about how we like how Jordan Davis lost a bunch of weight, and I hate this. I'm not saying I want a bunch of, beer drinking 450-pound offensive linemen, but I'm saying I want some beer drinking offensive linemen, because the bigger they are at the front line, a lot harder it is for that defensive line, and the energy they're going to have to exert gives Jalen Hurts just that added more second or two to find an open guy or find somebody, or even, hey, say there's a lane, I'm going.
This offensive line is looking good coming into this season. I got a weird feeling about this O-line. I mean, as long as they stay healthy, I just feel like this is going to be even better than what we saw last year, which is hard to believe. But I mean, they finally got it right. They finally got 5 guys across the board that are 4 out of the 5 are unbelievably good. And as long as those 4 are on the field, the right guard position is just going to flourish. Whoever it is, Jurgens or Steen or anyone. So honestly, as long as we can keep those other 4 healthy, we're rolling. But yeah, good call on the DJ Fluker news. That was like kind of under the radar over the weekend, but I hope this, or it was like last week or something. But I hope to see them sign him. I really do. He went to Alabama. He's a guy that's only 32 years old. Like he can be a versatile piece for us at that tackle spot. So I'd really like to see that, honestly.
And on the piggyback on what you're saying about Steen, I guess what a lot of players around the Eagles are saying about Steen in camp is that he reminds them of Brandon Brooks.
Right.
Yeah.
If we're getting a Brandon Brooks 2.0, whoa.
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
I mean, Brandon Brooks was also like a 3rd round draft pick too. So don't think these 3rd round, that's the best. A lot of people talk before the draft about offensive line in the 1st round because we were in that range to get one of those like top prospects. But I really like the fact that they went into the 3rd round and got a guy that, I think that's great value to get an offense, especially a guard. A guy that you plan on having at guard. 3rd round, you can find guys that you can mold if you have a good coach. And that's kind of what Brandon Brooks went through over in Houston when he got drafted there. And it's kind of it's a good comparison. Steen is like a hard worker. He doesn't need to be elite right away. So 2 years from now, he's probably going to be one of the better guards in football.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So excited to see how those guys play. Landon.
Absolutely.
It's just like with this team we got right now, and it's just like we got even better from last year.
Don't tell that to all the haters, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say we're weaker at safety. Right now, but I still foresee a move. Someone mentioned Hopkins earlier. I think it's not gonna. I don't think that's really.
It's not gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
Sure, Quez Watkins is up and down, but you got no choice with him. So and D-Hop, if you get D-Hop, sure the offense will be great, but you can't feed everybody.
You're not gonna. The bottom line is like exactly number one.
We saw how AJ Brown got when we fed Devontae Smith, probably against when we faced the Giants in the playoffs, and we ain't trying to have that with DeAndre Hopkins stuff. But go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to pay a guy another $20 million a year. Like, when have you ever seen a team with like 2 elite starting wide receivers go get like the best free agent like on the market? It just doesn't make sense. It's just overkill. It's like something you do in Madden to have 3 great receivers. Like, someone's going to suffer with that many mouths to feed, like you said. So that's not going to happen. They need to strengthen a weakness, not a strength. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're fine at receiver. Like, our offense is like kind of set right now. We need a safety. Like, you really are banking on. I mean, I think they're going to see how Sidney Brown plays in camp, and if he's like the next coming of like Palomalu, then they're probably going to keep him, trying to give him reps. But I doubt that. So they're probably going to need like someone to go along with the group that is Brown, Blankenship, Edmonds, and then add another guy to that group, and that's a solid group. But
we're going to need another safety because
need another one.
Yep.
Need another body.
And plus, Hopkins is going to want 10. He's going to want over 10+ mil per year. It's his final payday in a sense, right? He's 31 years old, so he's trying to get at least something out of this. And this is not the team that's willing to offer that. And like you said, we got not glaring holes, but we do have some holes in places that if we were to go and get an A or a B type player, would definitely solidify the defense a lot better than what we have now. And like you said, you don't want to add to a strength, you want to add to a weakness.
Yeah, and we're good in the offense. It's just we got a whole lot of stuff that we got to fix on the defensive side. You got Jalen, you got AJ, you got Devontae and Goddard. You can fix the offensive line with Steen and Cam Jurgen. You got Penny, Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott. You got to fix that defense.
Yeah, I saw somebody on the comments say that DeAndre is going to make $10 million a year. Dude, Michael Gallup makes $12.5 million a year. So if you think DeAndre Hopkins is going to say, "Let me get paid less than Michael Gallup," Odell Beckham just sat Odell Beckham just sat like a year and a half with the ACL, and he got a $15 million deal.
Yeah. True.
DeAndre Hopkins is going to get close to $20 million a year in his next deal. Whether he and if he doesn't,
we don't have the money
because Michael Gallup is not that good, and he makes over 10 mil. He makes the 12, almost 13. So you're going to go off what other guys make at the position, unless the Chiefs were like, look, we can only give you 13 million, and he's like, okay, yeah, I'll take it because I want to win a Super Bowl that bad. But there's no way it's going to I don't even think that's going to happen, honestly. I think a team's going to come out of nowhere and offer him like 18 mil a year, and he's just going to take it.
I also feel like too, most of his contract's going to be made up on signing bonuses so that a team can save on the cap as well.
That's true too. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of guaranteed money. It's going to be like it's going to pocket him a lot of money. I mean, he's not going to keep rate. And everyone says oh, he wants to win, but he's going to go anywhere. Whoever pays him, he's going to be like, I feel I can win here. That's what they all say. I mean,
but it's not only just him. His agent wants a piece of that pie
he's
too.
Now I don't know if y'all know this. I don't know if y'all know this. He's now part of Clef Sports.
Yeah, he just signed with them. So you think he signed with them for them to be like, yeah, DeAndre, play for a massive discount. Let's go for a deal that's lower than Michael.
And you might not start.
No, exactly. And there's no way. Yeah, what he's going to go for is right. A team that's like, we're going to give you 150 targets. We're going to go to the Super Bowl with you as our number one wide receiver, and we're going to pay you the higher than what Odell Beckham just got. And that's going to be where they start. And he's going to be like, but I want Devontae Adams. And they're going to be like 24, 15. Let's meet at 19 with incentives that make it 22. And boom, there you go. Deal signed, 2-3 years, something like that. Allen Robinson signed last year for 15 mil a year. That guy's didn't do anything. So DeAndre Hopkins is going to get a nice payday. He's not washed yet. People don't think he's washed yet. So I feel like he's going to sign. Again, unless the unforeseen happens where he takes some way discount deal to play for the Chiefs to play with Pat Mahomes, but I don't even see that happening. I really don't.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. It's not like you're sitting here saying the guy's washed or anything. I mean, shoot, last year he still finished with 717 yards in 10 games. So
exactly. Off 10 games and not and just that team was a mess. Add him to any good team and he's like a 1,300-yard receiver
easily.
And I got people DMing me going, oh, look, Hopkins is now following Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is following now DeAndre Hopkins. I'm like, dude, how old are you? That happened. That's been happening my whole life since in the 90s. Before they used to be on AIM together. You know what I'm saying? How old are you, dude? I've been around the block a little bit longer than you. So what? They follow each other. That made me laugh.
Yeah, I don't think DeAndre's coming to Philly. But at the end of the day, it's fun to speculate. The team would be, it would be like a super team, but don't think it's gonna happen. And I really do want to just work on that defense, man. We got some. We might even have a spot to upgrade a linebacker, maybe even add a. Who you didn't see in that D line. Well, those were the D tackles actually, so I guess it doesn't make sense. But I was gonna say Derek Barnett. I mean, he's a guy that's kind of on the roster bubble. You never know what's going to happen with him. So I'm still looking at D-line, linebacker, and safety as positions they could potentially upgrade. You really never know.
Yeah, I was about to say this too. I think he's going to Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore's a good spot. That's with Odell Beckham. So they're going to have to sit there. How are they going to explain that to him? Yeah, we just paid Odell Beckham 15 mil, but do you want 10? Are you kidding me? No way. So
how about you give him 14.99? There you go.
You know what I think out of nowhere that the New York Jets are going to come out, and
that's the thing. They have less cap space at the Ravens than we do. We have 13. They only have 11. But I was looking also because you mentioned Tom, and I thought also the Jets. The Jets would be a great place with Aaron Rodgers, but the Jets only have let's just round it up, about $4 million in cap space.
Yeah,
it's 3.9 or something. 3.
Aaron Rodgers,
you keep saying that. How would it work out to get that $19 million for some of these teams? And you also mentioned the Bills. They don't have that money.
Yeah.
And really, if you mentioned a very little teams have that type of cap salary to pay Hop.
Because you don't expect D-Hop to come available, so you've allocated all your cap. So what those teams are going to do is they're going to go back to the drawing board and they're going to move money around and be like, look, we want to sign DeAndre Hopkins. Like, we need you to take a cut. We need you to take, not a cut, but you know how they move the money around. And they'll make it
yeah.
or another. There's not a lot of teams that expected this. You know what I mean? So it's
structure. They'll restructure their contract.
And then Howie might pull the deal.
You know, anyone could. I just don't think we're desperate enough for a wide receiver.
That's what I'm thinking. Our offense is stacked. And honestly, you mentioned a week earlier, and I know you did. It's almost like they don't want us to get Byron Robertson. I remember you saying that quote because it would be such a lethal threat for the Eagles. Yeah. It's almost like, imagine if we got DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah. It's like the NFL doesn't even want to even touch the idea because they know how lethal already our offense already is.
Yeah.
Well, you only got one ball.
You know Roger Goodell's on that. He's probably – did you know Jeffrey Lurie, he loves wide receivers. He's already claimed that statement. He would probably pick up DeAndre Hopkins if he had the chance. And you know Roger Goodell's probably already on the mind.
You know, if we did not have A.J. Brown – this would have been our big thing.
It would have been the guy.
If we didn't trade for AJ Brown last offseason and we had to get by with Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins last season, and this all happened and we had a chance to go get DeAndre Hopkins right now without AJ Brown, we'd be all over it. That would be our number one. We probably would have traded for him, honestly. We probably would have already had him. But like AJ Brown comes and it changes everything. And now you have two guys you're going to have to pay Devontae Smith in a year, maybe 2 years, but he's going to want, like, you're going to want to get his extension done because these receivers are getting so expensive. Like it's going to be very hard to keep AJ Brown, Devontae Smith at $20 million a year each. Like that's a ridiculous price to pay two receivers. So I feel like if we didn't have AJ Brown, this is something we'd be all over, but doesn't it feel good to see DeAndre Hopkins out there and not be like, well, the Eagles need this guy. You know what I mean? Nobody thinks we need him, right? We don't need the guy. It would just be one of those luxury picks that we would love to see. But it feels good finally being like, man, we have receivers that we can like count on. We can go think about maybe grabbing like Buda Baker off the Cardinals. I'll take him.
Yeah. Yep. Do you think we're going to keep Watkins? Because I really feel like we are. Really feel like we are.
I wouldn't. Why wouldn't we?
I don't know. People want him traded to get D-Hop.
Kind of upgrade. That's like me saying, like, yeah, I'm a family man, and I'm like, I make $40,000 a year, and I have a Prius, but like, I think I'm thinking about like upgrading to like a Lamborghini. What do you guys think? like you can't upgrade like a guy that makes like $1 million with a guy that's going to make 20. It's just like that's your budget up. So
I know that. I know it's Twitter.
Yeah, I think if we were to if we wanted to, maybe add a little bit of competition to the back end of the roster, to push Quez Watkins, we'd sign a guy like Olamide Zacchaeus. Oh yeah, we did. So that's what you do with that. So I mean, yeah, if we needed a one receiver, we'd get DeAndre, but nah, we're not going to upgrade our third receiver with a guy that's going to make $20 million.
People were telling me, well, did he drop?
I'm back. I had to make a bunch of phone calls, so my bad.
You're good.
You're fine, man.
What is it? Hopkins wants an Odell deal. That's not going to happen.
Odell money.
That's over 15 mil. I mean, that's exactly what he's going to get.
But look what his progress has been the last 2 seasons, and I don't want to hear because of suspension and him taking drugs, and then he got injured the year prior, and then he wasn't, flexible enough. But the years before that, he was so good. He's getting old. He's not what he was. He's going to have to prove himself. We know he can. I mean,
isn't Deshaun Watson? I think Deshaun Watson wants D-Hop.
There you go. That's a team.
But we already have a proven track
record together
right here on our own field. We have Devontae Smith. We have AJ Brown. And I don't think he's going to slump down to a Quez Watkins position.
No, not at all.
He won't. And I know his manager won't allow it either after you just said he signed with some corporate foundation that's going to make sure that his name is well known.
There's no way. I could see the Browns. That's a good call. The Browns always swoop in on some.
Yeah, that is. I heard that too.
Amari Cooper and DeAndre Hopkins as their receivers. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be yeah. I mean Watson, I get that. That's a good connection. The Texans, Watson, and Hopkins.
I got him going to KC. I think he's going to the Chiefs. So
No, I would be sick to my stomach, man.
That
I
would be
don't
crazy.
want that. I don't want that.
Let the Browns get him.
Damn.
Please. Let the Browns get him. God, I don't want Hopkins on.
They get
What about
everybody.
the Raiders?
I
Can
don't
you
want
imagine Devontae Adams and DeAndre Hopkins?
The Raiders.
wow.
I'm cool with the Raiders. I'm cool with the Raiders getting
And
them.
then Jimmy, what's going on?
That
with
would
Jimmy
be
G?
cool. Yeah. All
also
right.
they got that white
Hold
boy
up.
wide receiver too.
Hold up. I got
He had
one.
concussion issues last year.
Has
Hunter Renfrow.
15 million
Hunter
in
Renfrow.
cap. The Bengals could
Yeah.
get him with Joe.
No, they already got Tyler Boyd. They already
They got Tyler
Jamar
Boyd,
Chase,
Jamar Chase, and
Same situation as us.
T. Higgins?
Yeah, that's
T.
true.
Higgs.
They
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
started-
you're right.
I
You're
got
right.
him.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
yeah,
right.
you
You're
think-
They already got some, and they already said they
Yeah,
plan on
Higgins is
signing
badass.
T. Higgins. They
Yeah.
plan on signing Jamar Chase. They got some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good to go. But yeah, I could see Las Vegas. You guys are right about that.
Yeah, Vegas and Cleveland are both good calls, and further, you made a good point. You know that he's got a little something to prove after the last few years. He's not been his normal self after that
Yeah, his
first
stats
year
are down.
but and he is getting older into his 30s. So there's reason to think that a team could give him a $15 million deal for a 1 year on a tryout basis or a 2-year deal for similar price. But yeah, I mean it's just. He's going to go somewhere that he's going to get targets. He's going to he's going to be a guy trying to show that he can still play and all that. And I don't know. I don't know if any contender actually does pull the trigger on it because it's a big investment for a guy that's got to prove himself, got to get into your system, and usually they just pay their own guys. They're younger guys, and a guy like Jamar Chase, like you said, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, like you're not going to go replace your young guy with an older veteran. So there's a lot of teams that might believe in their guys. So we'll see what happens. I like Cleveland and Vegas. Those are two good. I'd love that. It wouldn't make any difference to me or us, the Eagles.
I was just thinking one last resort would be the Rams, but I'm looking at their wide receivers. But they could improve with Hopkins.
Yeah,
Do you
I don't
think
know.
maybe the Rams? I mean, no, not the Rams. I'm sorry. Chargers. I'm sorry, I said the Rams. Forget that. The Chargers.
Chargers would be a good one.
Both
Yeah,
teams-
but they got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams,
His
and then they
Chargers
just
got the
drafted that
money.
kid,
yeah, they
Thornton.
just drafted someone too, right? Flower? No, that was the Ravens that drafted Flowers.
Yeah.
But Mike Williams was a failure last year, and I
Yeah.
put him on my fantasy. He was a complete bust.
Yeah, Allen Williams and the kid they drafted, Quentin Johnston from
Yeah.
TCU.
TCU, the Horned Frogs.
I mean, they didn't know DeAndre Hopkins would be available, so it could be something they look into. But yeah, it's all going to depend what guys think of their current rooms, and he's going to wait and see what.
And they sorry to interrupt you, Tom, but they can't afford to pay him because they just kind of re-upped a little bit with Austin Eckler because he wanted a little bit of an extension to his contract. And Herbert is up for an extension, so their money's going to be pretty much
Oh,
tied.
that's right. No, they didn't pay him yet.
Derwin
That's
James.
right.
No, they didn't pay him.
They even got
And the
they
Bengals
got Joe
didn't pay
Burrow even, but they haven't
Burrow
gotten-
yet.
Yeah, Burrow hasn't got
Damn.
paid yet either.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a question, and this is one for me and Tom, because I can't. Well, I'll go with Cool Cat Crump, but I just know Tom longer, and you hate the Cowboys. Dude, for some odd reason, I don't know why, but Herbert reminds me of Romo so much. In a face mask.
I
don't know why.
I like him more because he's not on the Cowboys, but similar. I mean,
He's gonna put up stats. He's gonna do the Phillip Rivers thing, and it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Rivers or Rivers did go to the AFC Championship one year, but yeah,
That's what. So will probably Herbert. He probably might make it to the Super Bowl.
Right. There's a lot of.
You're talking about my Oregon Duck love, you
And
bastard.
you know what's funny? He's probably going to do more than Romo.
Yeah, Romo didn't go to the AFC Championship or
And
NFC.
we can all laugh about it.
Nope. Romo never went to the NFC Championship game.
Exactly. That's why we're going to laugh about it.
Yeah.
The look
Never
like
did, right?
Romo is going to
Yep.
make
The catch, no catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Romo had a couple blunders. He dropped a snap. He had a bunch of Dak and Romo are on a similar career path, honestly.
And Mark Sanchez, you can add him to the list too.
Sanchez went to the AFC Championship twice, though.
He did.
He was probably the worst.
That's true. He did. I do remember that. I can't believe I forgot that.
Bad. He was so bad, and somehow, some way, they were in. Their defense was so good. They just 2 years in a row, their defense got them to the NFC or the AFC Championship, and they lost both.
And Mark Sanchez blew it.
He just was not any good. He was.
He
like,
wasn't.
If they had Tony Romo, they actually could have won the Super Bowl. Like, that's how good their defense was. They just needed a quarterback that could play. I mean, Sanchez just couldn't play.
He was terrible. That's where I'm going off Romo, because he had the back problem and he just couldn't play sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
he would be off in the halftime getting. I remember it was like during the middle of the game, he'd go in the back, take a shot, and come back.
He was,
and it wasn't even between a quarter.
He was a good quarterback, though. I mean, similar to Dak, good quarterback that just in the playoffs really funny looking.
So apparently, Coles disagrees.
Yeah, well, he was.
Worse
I will say Dak was better.
No way, Dak.
Really?
Romo and Dak are very similarly talented.
Yeah.
I mean, go back and watch. Romo was good. He could play. He
wasn't mobile, though. At least Dak can run a little bit more.
Romo was.
I mean, he didn't make the same throws back to back.
Romo's escapability was crazy. You got to go back and watch Romo highlights.
Yeah, I know. But originally, when he started getting old, he was not mobile.
So has Dak. Dak costed you games too.
Yeah. Romo, I'm telling you, similar quarter. I mean, he did turn the ball over a little more. Dak last year
was the most interceptions last year, and he only played half of the season.
Well, you have to go by fumbles and interceptions, and we're going on like Pandora's box right now.
I mean, Romo and Dak
to break that shit open.
Very similar, other than Romo did turn the ball over a little more. So maybe I'll give the edge to Dak on that, But Romo had some playmaking ability, man. He was running around back there, dipping guys. I remember he escaped a J.J. Watt sack and threw a touchdown 40 yards downfield. He had some magician plays, but yeah, I mean that. You know who really reminded me of Tony Romo was Carson Wentz. The way they would escape from plays and make throws downfield, and some injuries caught up to him, back injury, concussion. Romo had all that stuff too. Wentz just flamed out a little quicker, but yeah,
it's gonna be a fight. What I'm concerned about is this season, Cowboys versus Eagles. It's gonna be awesome. It's on, game on. I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting. I mean, last year it was exciting. It was a little bit different than one side being injured and then the other side being injured, and then it's not fair. But last year was fair. I mean, besides that. Honestly, that we didn't have a quarterback starting. I'll even say last year was fair.
Nah, neither team had their starting quarterback. The losing team had their backup in both times.
Exactly.
So we got to get Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott this season coming up. I mean, that's going to be everyone's eyes are going to be on that. So
watch Cole clip that saying you're scared of Dak again.
Oh, here we go.
Well, that's what I want. I just would like to see on the whole entire NFL, which will never ever happen, would be just every team have a non-injured team, no injuries. It just can be completely everybody. It would be just the way it is, just no injuries, just fair game. That's how it ends. That's the Super Bowl. No one's injured, ladies and gentlemen. They are the Super Bowl winners. That's how it goes. But exactly, that will never happen.
It's like
a utopia.
It's like Madden. What?
That would be like
exactly like Madden.
Yeah, turn off all injuries and just slide right to the finals. Like, bam, we did good, boys. We didn't cheat or nothing.
You could play pro or not all pro. How's it go again? I forgot. It's been so long. It goes like pro, all Madden or Madden or whatever. You could be like pro or whatever and literally play the whole season. There wouldn't be an injury. I remember that. You would have to switch it up to all Madden.
Yeah, turning injuries off is literally just a setting. You can just do that, and Good. It's a good one.
You could turn your quarterback accuracy up to 100 too, where the guys just
Nobody
throwing
ever
dimes all
does this.
night.
I was the first one to make comment about this, but if you ever go down and watch like the replays of your Madden clips, go to the opposing team and watch their disappointment. If you cause an interception or you do like an amazing sack or something, stop, pause, go and replay the video, and then turn the camera and watch the coach and the players on the sideline. It's the funniest shit you'll ever see. No one ever does it. I'm the only one who figured it out. I was like, holy shit, they actually have animated characters going like, oh my God, Romo's a fucking idiot. How did he throw it away to fucking Connor Barwin? It would be like someone like crazy like that. Like, how does Connor Barwin second? He's a defensive mid.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of that had to do, Coles, with the fact that like our team wasn't so heavy in like having hard scrimmages. And I know last year before the season started, a lot of people, content creators, were even saying like, why are the Eagles not going heavy and hard during OTAs? Like, let's go. That's not how you do it, blah, blah, blah. And then nobody batted an eye when the Eagles had like, we rarely had an injury until like the later end of the season. And of course it was, a big one with CJ Gardner-Johnson and Jalen Hurts, but
outside linebacker. I'm sorry. I don't know why I called Connor Barwin defensive end. Outside linebacker. I should have.
It's all good.
I would have made fucking highlights out of this video. I'm stupid. Sorry.
He was a pass rusher.
He would move up.
He basically was a defensive end.
He moved up.
Working for us right now, anyways, Barwin.
Hey, halftime. What time's the Phillies game? Because I know I'm doing a game with you. So what time's the game?
Started now.
Oh,
I didn't
shit.
get an alert.
I'm just kidding.
He's messing with you.
Yeah, I got to hop anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so do I. So, guys, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Say it with me. Jalen freaking!
Congrats to Cool Cat on hitting 2K. I'm about to do a top 10
Yes.
online list.
Oh, I'm not going to lie, Coles. I'm not going to lie.
Sorry.
No, you're
All right,
good.
halftime. I'll be there in a sec.
Yeah, let Mitch get on this stream. But I was gonna say, Coles, your top 10 cornerback list was rough. My God, you got to rework that thing.
I want to know how to do that. I want to do my own.
Ron Bland as a top 10 corner in the NFL. You guys probably don't even know who Deron Bland is, and I'll just leave you on that. Go look him up.
He put Travis Etienne over Austin Eckler, and I was like, Austin Eckler had almost 1,700 all-purpose yards last year.
Yeah, that's a little closer than putting Deron Bland, some rookie on the Cowboys in the top 10 corners after a rookie year. Like, come on.
There's your answer. Did it on purpose.
He had all three Cowboys. He had Gilmore, Diggs, and Deron Bland, 3 top 10 corners. You guys better not complete a pass on you next year, Coles. Jalen Hurts better go 0 of 30 throwing the ball next year because apparently you have 3 top 10 corners on your team. So I want to see them combine for 30 interceptions and shut us out. So on that note, Mitch, get to your stream and
Hey, Tom, we love you, dude, coming on. You're the greatest.
fired up about this Coles Cowboys list because I'm sorry. I can't do 3 Cowboys in every top 10 of every position, and then they go out and they lose in the second round of the playoffs again. I'm not gonna hear it, Coles. I'm not gonna hear it. So let's go.
Mitch, can I say one thing before you end it?
Yes.
Dude, next shift and fucking Tom, ever since you two both have joined, I just want to make sure that you guys know I'm more than appreciative, especially Mitch for having me join this too. But having you two both on this show has been one of the best times of my life, and I'm glad that you guys are here. And I can't wait till next week. This is one of those shows I look forward to every next week, especially you being here, Tom. And next shift, you guys are fucking awesome, dude. Like, I love every single week we just sit here and talk football for 1 hour, and it's been a joy. And I can't wait to keep doing it for weeks and weeks more. And that's all I gotta say. Like, I just want to let you guys know because apparently you never know when you might lose someone, and you just want to let them know.
Yeah.
And I wanted you guys to know, especially you, Mitch. You've done more than anyone could possibly imagine for hardcore sports, and keeping it, doing your thing all by yourself, naked. Everybody's in the back now. I shouldn't say anything.
All
That's
right.
a secret.
I
No one
appreciate
heard
it,
anything.
and I appreciate
But
it.
hey, I'm just more appreciative. I'm so glad that we do this every week, and I hope we continue doing it. And
Thank you.
it's
I do
not
too,
for
bro.
just
I do
us.
too.
We do it for Jeff, and we do it for the higher power, and we stay strong and keep the fort down and go Birds. That's what this is all about. It's about the Birds and
Go
talking
Birds.
sports. It's about everyone in the chat that participates, and we love all you guys sticking in there in the chat and watching us. Thank you, everybody. That's all I gotta say. I just I'm really humble.
Yeah.
Thanks, Taco.
I'm very humble.
All right, guys. You know what? We're gonna close it out with a little Cool Cat Connor. So peace, guys.
This is Cool Cat Connor.